Everybody likes cute animals, right? What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Life of a Board Gamer. My name is Daniel, and today we are going to take a closer look at a game called Dale of Merchants Collection Edition. So, yeah, it is a game with some of the cutest animals you'll ever see in any game, I think. So, yeah, let's get down to the table. Let me show you what comes in this box, and then we'll talk some more about it. Okay, so let's see what we have in this collection edition. First of all, you get a really nice animal folk compendium. So there is a little bit about each of the animal folks that are in the game, in the base game, the Dale of Merchants 1, 2, and in this one. And then you have the rulebook, which really nicely explains new stuff to you. If you already are familiar with the Dale of Merchants, you will just need to read few of the things, and if you are not familiar with the Dale of the Merchants, you will read through the whole rulebook, and it's really nicely done rulebook, I must say. Okay, so the components, what we get in this game. First of all, you will get some tokens because some of these animal folks will use these tokens for all kinds of different stuff. You get 2 dice because as I get it, it's like their thing. Each Dale of Merchants has one deck of animal folk that use dice. So in this one we have Pangolians that use these 2 dice, and there's room for other dice. As you can see, all the base game, the Dale of Merchants and Dale of Merchants 2 can be set up in this box. Holding this box holds everything. So you get the market board where you will get where you will place cards that you can acquire throughout the game, and you get also these dividers for all the decks, so you can easily search through them and find decks that you want to play with. And these dividers, these are for Dale of Merchants 1 and 2, and all these they come in this box actually. And from differences in a Dale of Merchants 1 and 2, you get 6 decks, and in this box you get 8 decks of animal folks, which is super awesome. We'll go through them in a second. I just want to show you these character cards. So now you can pick one of these at the start, or randomly, or you can maybe agree which one you want to play with. And then you will have some special ability that nobody else will have. For example, if you choose this one, you will have the size of your hand will be increased by 1, so you can play with 1 extra card in your hand, and other players can't do that, which is awesome. And all kinds of different abilities. So the green ones, these are like the easy ones that you can play if you are a new player, you are not familiar with the game. These are for some expert, seasoned players of Dale of Merchants. These yellow ones, they have like a little bit more complicated abilities. And then you have the red ones, which are super complicated, and these are used if you are like super familiar with the game. And then you have this cute clock. Some of the new animal folk will use this clock, so you will use it if you use them. And the last thing is the cards itself. Now I'll just briefly go through them, show you how they look, just the artwork and everything. So as you can see, you have dividers. Okay, so you get some more new cards with new things that you can do throughout the game. But wait, I want to show you a super cool thing. No, it's not this. Okay, so you get also these cards. These are these are the cards I want to show you. Okay, so now you get this deck, and with this deck you can just shuffle it and randomly select few cards, and those will be the decks that you will be playing the game with. And those animal folk, you will just take them out, put them in one big deck, and you are done. You are ready to set up the game. So you can completely randomize your play. You'll never know which card combination will come up. But the thing is, also, which is super awesome, is they explain you here how each of them works. For example, complexity, how interactivity, geez, how interactive they are with other cards, other players, and how nasty they are. Are they super PvP or not, and how random they are. So it is just awesome. So you can just pick and choose cards that are not like, for example, this one is not so nasty to each other. So maybe you want to play like a more leisure game without nastiness to one another. So you can pick this one and this one and this one, all those that are not nasty, shuffle them, make your deck. Super cool stuff. This is This is, I think, the best thing. I like these, and these cards are the best thing of this box, except from all the new animal folks, of course. And then you get some new junk mail cards. So you have like junk cards. So this is junk mail, sticky situation. So you get some new junk cards, and let's continue. uh, yeah, so these things I kind of don't like them, but they're here if you want to play with them. These are like trap cards, and you will start the game. You will all decide which trap cards you want to use. You will not play with all of these trap cards, and each player has its own color of trap cards. So these cards, when they show up, they will benefit you or they will hurt other players, depending what they do. And then you have all kinds of new animal folks. Oh no, these are some more junk cards. And then you have like stealthy long-winged tom bats. So you have bats now in this game, and they do all kinds of different stuff. I don't want to go throughout each race and describe them. You have compendium for that, but these are really cool new races. I really like all the new animals. So we get swindling black-headed gulls. So we got some seagulls or something, black-headed seagulls. And oops, he's trying to get away. Next up we have pangolians. These are like fickle giant pangolians, and I really like pangolians. They are really cute, and artwork on these cards is just gorgeous. All around the game artwork is just phenomenal. I really like it. So we have mischievous Tasmanian devils, of course, how other Tasmanian devils would be, but mischievous. And you have enthusiastic wood turtles. Yes, enthusiastic wood turtles. So you have some cool little turtles here. And we have wealthy twatters. I don't know, I cannot even read this, but there's some lizards with glasses. They pretend to be like smart. So we have some lizards, and then we have some penguins. These are like connected emperor penguins. So yeah, and that's basically that's everything that comes in this box. Okay, so that was Dale of Merchants Collection Edition. Now, was I lying when I said that these are some of the cutest animals you'll ever see in any board game? I mean, these look just so funny, and on the cards and the flavor text is just awesome. I think the designer of the game, Semi Laxo, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, is also doing the artwork, which is phenomenal. I wish I was that talented. But yeah, I Dale of Merchants Collection Edition is really worth every buck, every dollar, euro, or whatever currency you spend on it. It is just awesome. There are a few games that they come up in these little boxes, and then you get the second part of the game, and then you get some expansion, another expansion, and now you have to have multiple boxes with few cards in it, and you just wish to have them in all, just in one box. And now things like this come in play. So yeah, it is just phenomenal what they did with this box. It is not just a empty box, even though I purchased some empty boxes in the past. So I don't see why would you purchase this box even if it was empty. But this box is packed with so much things that you get standalone game basically, that you can just add your Dale of Merchants 1 and 2 in it. And I haven't read in a rulebook that there's room for Dale of Merchants 3. That one is not out yet, but I think it will be out soon. So I don't know, who knows? They mention it in a rulebook, which I think is cool. But yeah, what you get in this box, as you saw, those character cards. Those character cards are phenomenal. I really like them. I like that they're even separated in three different groups. So if you are like a first time player, you don't know how everything works, you just play with those green one, and if you are experienced, you take those red one characters. And I really like when you have some ability that only you can have access to, and other players just can wipe their tears in a jealousy that they cannot use stuff that you do, or I don't know, but at the same time you are like jealous at them for their abilities and you don't want to show them that. I don't know. I just like various player powers in games. It is just something that buys me from the moment I see the game. It has various players. I'm sold. But yeah, those are awesome. So new animals, you get 8 decks of new animals. It is just crazy now, all the combinations. If you have Dale of Merchants 1 and 2 and this one, and then you get number 3, you will have like almost endless possibilities of what kind of animals you want to play. And I really like that they included that deck selection card. So now you can randomly just shuffle and select the randomly cards, and then by that decks that you want to play with that game. And they really nicely explain on each card how complex is each of the race of these animal folks, how nasty they are, how PvP are they, because if you don't want to play like too much PvP cards, you just completely can ignore those animal folks and play with those that they're not that nasty, or how random they are. They have like these little stats and explain how they work, which I find really helpful. Really awesome. You just shuffle those cards, you pick some cards. If you want, you can discard some cards out of that deck if you don't want to play a nasty game because you're playing with the first time players maybe, or something along those lines. And yeah, it is really worth every penny, every euro, every dollar you spend on this box. It is worth, even if you don't have Dale of Merchants 1 and 2. Now you must be asking yourself, but Daniel, didn't you review Dale of Merchants 1 and Dale of Merchants 2? Yes, I did. Why they are not in the box? Well, I liked the game, but it didn't get played much. And in this chain of on a Board Game Geek, there's this cute little thing called Paid Forward First. It is just a chain of generosity where you send some free games to other people, stuff like that. And good friend of mine from Poland had this on her wish list, and since it was really not playing that much at my house at least, I decided to give it to her as a present, as that part of that paying for first. And now playing this expansion, getting this box and all that, I am really sad that I gave them away, so I'll most definitely try and hunt my copies again down. Not from her, I will just buy new ones or maybe get second hand, who knows. However, I managed to get them, but I really want to have them. I really want to have all the possibilities, all the things that you can have in this game. It is just a great value for your money. Even though if you are starting with Dale of Merchants, you can probably start with this box, and then if you like the game, you can go for the first and the second edition, or you can just buy first edition and then you will buy second edition. This one, it is just more diversity, more everything. Pangolians are now my favorite race. The pandas were first, or no, not pandas, the raccoons, the trash pandas. The raccoons were my favorite, but pangolians I really like. I don't know, it's just pangolians, they look so cute. That's why I like them. Nothing else is that important. Like just cuteness and the flavor text on these cards. You need to read it. You need. I don't usually read flavor text, but on these cards, flavor text is just super fun, super interesting. So yeah, that is that. Dale of Merchants is an awesome game, especially collection edition. If you are thinking of getting into Dale of Merchants, you definitely should check it out. Now, if you want to see more how the game works, you can see my review for the first and the second Dale of Merchants. But just a quick rundown. It is basically like a deck construction, deconstruction. I explained it better, I think, in that video, so go check that one out for that. I presume if you're watching this video that you already know something about Dale of Merchants. So yeah, that is that. Thank you all for watching, thank you all for subscribing, and until next time. Pozdrav. We are going to take a closer look at a cute animals. Didn't think this through. Okay, so that was. That sounded weird. Okay. Decide if you want to not have some of them, because now you can see. Wait, let me just quickly find them so I can be more sure of what I'm talking about, and I completely forgot where they are. This video was brought to you by philibertnet.com, the game in all its states.